Hi, Craig Ridley here from Your Online Business Coach, and in this video I want to talk to you about creating wealth from your business. Now, we all know that running a business is hard work. You invest your life and your soul, your blood, your sweat, your tears into making your business a success. So really, you want to make sure that you're going to have something to show for all that effort at the end of the day. So here are my top tips for creating wealth from your business. Now, my first tip is to make sure that you're paying yourself what you are truly worth. I'll guarantee that you're paying your workers a decent wage, that their working conditions are what they should be, and that they're working their regular hours. So why don't you treat yourself in the same way? Why don't you pay yourself properly? Why don't you pay yourself what you're truly worth? This should be your first goal in business. You need to generate enough cash flow to pay yourself probably as much as what it would at least cost you to hire a manager to do your job. The days of running a business and working for nothing or just a subsistence wage really are behind you. You need to make sure you are getting rewarded for the effort that you're putting in. My second tip is for you to understand that you have to get a return on your investment. You have an investment in your business. You've put cash in to start the business. You may have borrowed funds to put money into the business. You may have reinvested profit simply by not taking a proper wage in the past. Whichever way you look at it, you have a significant investment of time and money in your business. You need to make sure that you're going to get a return on that investment. You certainly wouldn't invest in stocks or property or bank deposits if you weren't going to get a decent return. And the amount of return you get out of these investments should reflect the riskiness of that investment. So when you look at an investment in a business and an investment in your business, it has to be intrinsically more risky than investing in any of these other normal investment classes. When I'm looking at valuing businesses, you generally look for a rate of return of somewhere between 25% to 50% on the investment, and that's to reflect the risk that sits in your business. Now, perhaps like a lot of people, you would look at a rate of return of 25% or 50% and say, well, that's just way too high. There's no way my business can afford to pay me that sort of rate of return. But what I want you to have a think about is what happens when you come to sell that business. I'll guarantee that the buyer, when they're trying to put a value on your business, will be looking for a rate of return of somewhere between 25% and 50% on their money. That's how they will value your business. That's the rate of return that they will be looking for if they're going to buy your business. So you should be paying yourself that rate of return now. So my second tip is to make sure that you are paying yourself regular dividends out of the profits of the business to give you a return on your investment. And my third tip for you is to make sure that your business is becoming more and more valuable over time, so that when you come to sell the business, you can maximize that final payout. How do you make the business more valuable? Well, what I want you to have a think about is, what do you think a future buyer is going to look for when they look to buy your business? Amazingly, they want the same thing as you do now. They want to get rewarded for their effort. That is, they want to draw a decent wage. They want to get a return on their investment. That is, they want to draw some profits or some dividends out of the business as they're going along. And they want proper working conditions. They want to work normal working hours. They don't want to be tied 7 days a week, 12 hours a day to the business. So the future buyer of your business wants the same as you. So if you want to make your business more valuable, the amazing thing is you need to pay yourself more, you need to work less, and you will make your business more valuable. Interesting, isn't it? My final tip is that you need to make an investment plan and you need to stick to it. I need you to use the business profits, use the wages that you're drawing out of the business, and use the dividends that you receive out of those profits to diversify your assets or your investments to asset classes away from the business itself. I need you to resist the urge to buy shiny new toys, as hard as that is, and it's even hard for me too. We need to be looking to the future. We need to be, instead of spending our money on exciting new things, we need to be putting that money away to create a secure and comfortable retirement for ourselves. We want to retire early and we want to retire well. I know that a lot of business owners that I work with believe that their future retirement funding is going to come from the sale of the business. Well, in future videos I will talk about the changing face of the business world and the fact that some businesses that are existing today will be unsaleable in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years time as demographic changes hit, as economic changes hit, as the expectations of the next generations change. Some businesses just will not be saleable. So my advice is you should treat the future proceeds from the sale of your business as an absolute bonus, as cream on the top of the cake. What you need to do is reinvest the profits of the business today to produce a secure and comfortable retirement for yourself. You need to make a plan and you need to commit to that plan. So I want you to be serious about wealth creation. Understand that the business owes you more than just a living. You need to pay yourself commercial wages so that you're getting return for effort. You need to pay yourself dividends out of the profit so that you're getting a return on your investment. You need to look to build a high-performance business model that will maximize the value of your business on sale. And a high-performance business model is one where the business will operate effectively and efficiently whether you are working in the business or not. And with the profits and with the payments that come out of your business, I need you to follow a strategic investment plan to build that wealth outside of the business so that you can fund your dream retirement. So what should you do now? I need you to reward yourself as the most valuable employee that the business has. Pay yourself a decent wage. And I need to treat yourself as a hard-nosed investor in that business, one who demands a return on their capital. So pay yourself some dividends out of the profit. And would you like some help on building a high-performance business model? Then what I suggest you do is join our free online business coaching program to get a structured step-by-step help mechanism to implement those improvements into your business model that will allow you to create real wealth into the future. Visit our website at www.youronlinebusinesscoach.com, sign up for the free online business coaching program, and I'm sure we can help you achieve your dreams.